The original rights holders for Digimon have decided to market it as a child-friendly franchise. We, on the other hand, have not. Listener discretion is advised. Hey, what's up, superstars? Welcome back to the Digicast. I'm your resident goggle boy, Buggy.
I'm Tom.
I'm Mad.
And I'm your villain in glasses, Chris.
And today, I have a little bit of a confession. I may be recording this podcast very slightly hungover.
You're the hungover one this time.
I guess so.
That used to be my job.
I'm never going to be the hungover one. Damn you, diabetes.
Also, I actually got the title joke that time. The last two I didn't. I'm catching up.
This time he was ready for it. But yeah, we're talking about Digimon Adventure Tri Part 3 Confession. A little late this time. We've had some hard times syncing up our schedules and finding time to watch it.
Life's been really busy.
Yeah, life's been busy, but we're recording now.
Yeah.
So,
first the news.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, first
is there news beyond Tom being able to geek out about the dub?
I watched the first episode of Atmon.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, it looks like the first episode of Atmon dropped.
Oh, right, that. Yeah, I'm probably actually not gonna watch it until like it gets. I think I'm just gonna wait to watch it until we podcast about it, just because I've got so much to catch up on at this point.
Yeah, like Kano Flag. How's that going, Andy?
So what was your first impression, Chris?
It's okay.
Okay. But I mean, it's better than nothing, right?
Yeah, better start than Cross Wars. That's sort of my bar right now.
Okay.
What isn't better than Cross Wars?
It can always get worse. That's just what I think.
Yeah, okay.
Oh boy. I'm dreading the Cross Wars podcast.
I'm not. I mean, there are things I liked about Cross Wars.
Well, I haven't watched it, so...
That's why you're draining it. You've heard all the terrible things.
Yeah.
Something along those lines, yes.
So, first episode of the Tri dub was in theaters a little while ago.
Go on, geek out.
It was so good. Oh my god, it was amazing. I was so happy. I was bouncing in my seat the entire time.
So,
just hearing all those old voices again, it was so.
How much were you? I have a question to you, Tom. How much were you increasing the average age of the theater?
Oh no! A lot of the audience was my age, or around there. So I didn't see I don't think I really saw any kids in there. I think it was mostly just people my age who grew up with it. But it was cool, hearing I know I keep talking about Mimi's voice like it sounds older, but I keep in text it sounds like I'm saying that's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's still Mimi, so it still sounds very good. All of them, most of them definitely sound older, with the exception of Izzy, whose voice literally has not aged a day in 20 years.
Yeah, good old
Mona Marshall.
What's her name again? Yeah, Mona Marshall.
Yeah. Let's see. When Agumon shows up and you hear Josh Seth and I forget Agumon's voice actor's name. I think it's Tom something. I don't know. I could probably look it up right now, but I'm kind of behind.
Go on.
But when they interact first time, you hear those old voice actors interact again. Everybody in my theater lost their shit. It was everyone was very I was bouncing my chair. Everyone was just excited because it was it was so good. A couple notes I will say. They pronounced it Genai instead of Genai, which I thought was kind of weird. But I think that's how it's pronounced. Not America, though. Am I right on that? Or...
Maybe.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was weird just hearing Josh Seth say Genai because like you did an entire 2 series where you said it Genai. It's just I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that like Japan doesn't have a jet sound.
Okay.
Well, they actually do, but only when you transcribe it with a J.
As far as the new voice actors go, I mean, it was actually Biyomon and Gatomon had new voices. And the rest were, at least as far as I could tell, the rest of them were the same. They were both fine. Gatomon was a little kind of jarring, but Biyomon was okay.
Yeah, from the preview clips I saw, Biyomon was very squeaky.
Very squeaky, yeah, but I think maybe that was Cherami Lei. Cherami Lei actually was also Himikawa. Which I thought which is kind of a dumb one. As far as the kids go, Joe's voice actor I actually really liked. I actually think with the new art design, I think his voice actor fits him better now than his old one did, or whatever. That's just where I'm sitting though. TK and Kari, I'm pretty neutral on. Like they didn't blow me away, but I didn't hate them. And Matt, it's Vic. If you've heard one Vic performance, if you've heard one Vic Mignogna performance, you've heard them all. You know, there was nothing. The minute he comes out, it's like, oh, it's Vic. Okay. But yes, you know,
such range for a guy they cast in everything.
I know, right? But it was cool hearing Josh Seth and Colleen O'Shaughnessy interacting again. It was like, yay.
Now, the one thing I was told and saw, kind of, is that they included Braveheart.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. They changed the opening thing from Butterfly to that awful version of the Digirap.
It's Digitime again.
But they kept. But
they just can't let it go.
They kept the rest of the music. So I don't really know why they changed it, but like, yeah, the rest of the Japanese music is still there. They didn't change any of it.
Does Butterfly still play as background music at all?
I think. Oh, well, again, yeah, like literally the only song they changed was the opening. Everything else, all the background stuff, everything else was still there.
So there's a chance we still might get, you know, Butterfly in later series, because I know that it plays several times in like this latest one as background music.
I'll talk about that when we get to that point.
Also, Mako, it's her name. Her name is Mako too, right? Am I right? I'm always so confused on her name. Yeah, Mako and Makomon. I mean, they're the same voice actress, and they sounded fine. Going back to, because Nishikawa is TK's original voice actor, and his voice got deep.
Well,
his voice got really deep.
That happens to people.
Yeah, no, but because we were talking last podcast about, you know, like he may have, unless he smokes like a lot of, you know, marbles, like we don't know. But yeah, no, you could still hear 02TK somewhere in there, but I don't think he could have pulled off TK now.
Oh yeah, what about Greymon? Was that any different?
Greymon?
Yeah, I know he's voiced by Kyle Bear this time around.
Oh, was it a different voice actor? I honestly didn't notice it. Didn't notice. It sounded. I thought it was the exact same Greymon. The only Digimon voice, like as far as the evolutions are concerned, because all the evolutions sounded exactly as I remembered them. So I don't know if they got new voice actors for all of them. They did a really good job hiding it.
Yeah, no, Greymon was the only new one.
Okay, well, I couldn't tell. Nah. So, but the only one that's jarring was Metal Greymon. Like that one word he says, because I listened to it like, I don't hear a stereotypical Mexican accent in there anywhere.
Wait, what?
Did Mel Greymon not sound like kind of Spanish to you guys?
No.
Really? You guys never heard it?
I never picked up on that. No.
You never heard it?
No,
okay.
I think you're just crazy racist.
I mean, I do live with my mother, so it's entirely possible.
But yeah, all this like side note, all this talk of aging voice actors. Andy, we need to run a podcast on Kingdom Hearts at some point.
That might be something fun to do when I finally get around to playing Kingdom Hearts.
I'll join in as best I can. I haven't played a game since Kingdom Hearts 2.
But I just wanted to make this one side digression because the thing when you were talking about TK's original voice actor and his voice getting deep.
Oh, Haley Joel Osment?
Yeah, Haley Joel Osment trying to in like the remastered version of Chain of Memories where they added voice acting, and
because he got older, yeah.
And then he tries to affect the softer voice, but he's no longer he's no longer a child actor, and like stop trying, please.
Also, this would be for Simba, right? He's the guy who voiced young Simba.
Sora, main character.
Oh, Sora.
Yeah.
Also,
isn't Haley Joel Osment the guy who voiced Simba though, or am I confused?
No, I think it's Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Yeah,
that's right. Different guy with 3 names.
Welcome to the Digicast where we talk about Kingdom Hearts.
Last digression about Kingdom Hearts voice acting, they're going to have a bitch of a recast for the main and series antagonist now.
Wow, what happened?
Oh, yeah.
Leonard Nimoy died.
Wait, Leonard Nimoy was the villain?
The, uber villain of the entire franchise, yes.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
He was Xehanort.
Oh,
Master Xehanort, yeah.
I didn't know that.
He was he was there for 2 spin-off games because he was manipulating stuff from from behind, and there were several villains voiced by Billy Zane and some Epcar person.
Oh, Christopher Lee's gone too, so that...
yeah.
Oh yeah, because he was Diz.
Yeah.
Wait. Spock and Saruman are Disney characters?
No, they were.
They are now.
I'll give you one better. In the PSP Kingdom Hearts, there is a scene where a character where the villain voiced by Leonard Nimoy squares off in a fight with a Master of the Light Side voiced by Mark Hamill.
Anyway,
sorry.
Yeah,
let's go back to Digimon.
Let's talk about Confession.
Because I'm trying to think if I have any more notes in regards to the dub. I don't think I do. Actually, no. I have one more note. I was really impressed with how close the translations were.
I was about to ask how many bad puns were there.
Unfortunately, actually, no. The script was almost word for word. At least as far as I could tell. Unfortunately, Knife of Ramen didn't make it in. But a lot of the big lines were there, like the whole Ferris wheel. I see more, but I understand less. That went in there, and I was really just impressed with how close it was. And it actually, as I walked out of there, I was thinking about it, and I was like, I understand why people shit on Funimation dubs now. Holy shit, it all makes sense to me now. Because, I know I bring this as an example of it. Going to Attack on Titan, they took a chainsaw to the script when they dubbed Attack on Titan.
So you've had a revelation, you say?
Yeah, I had a bit of a revelation. Walking out there, oh, that's why people hate Funimation dubs. Okay. But yeah, no, other than that, love the dub, loved every minute of it. I cannot wait for the DVD release, whenever it is. Which I actually don't know when it is, because no matter how hard I've looked, I can't find it.
I know they pretty much already confirmed that Part 2's getting a dub, so yay.
Well, they kind of have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also looking forward to it now.
Yeah. Mine was not a full theater, but it was everyone there wanted to be there, so... And they were happy to be there, so it was... I mean, they have to. But yeah, no, I loved it, and I can't wait for DVD release. Hopefully they drop... I've heard December... But I don't know if that's legit. We'll see.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to watch the dub, but yeah, I'm happy for you.
Yeah, no, it was a magical night. It was a magical night. But anyway,
so let's just move right in.
Yep,
to Confession.
Which the first 10 minutes or so they did show at the end of the screening. So that I already seen. Okay. But yeah, no, we start off. It's immediately a day after what the incident.
The death of Leomon.
The millionth death of Leomon. And Mako is not doing well.
I wouldn't
could be
do
better.
well. I wouldn't do well either in her position.
Like she has a very actually affected me because there's it is a very clear case of PTSD right there. Like she has the 1,000-yard stare. It actually kind of a credit to the animation because you could feel just how emotionally destroyed she was.
Yeah, Izzy's not doing too well either.
No,
Okay.
Izzy did not have a good time this trip.
Yeah,
No.
Izzy's running himself like a game developer on Crunch.
Or like me on Crunch, which I am going to be in perpetual Crunch for the next year.
Boy.
Have you
boy.
been hired by CD Projekt Red?
No, this is just for my own videos. Yeah, it's.
I've seen
Okay.
I've seen people do that to themselves live.
Yeah. But, I mean, so now we're back. And one thing I like is because we go back to the room, and Joe is now actively participating now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which I was just like,
Finally!
yes! Finally, Joe's back in the game. I'm so happy.
He got in the fucking robot.
He got in the fucking robot. And then, but now it's God, I don't even know where to continue from there. Somebody take it.
Well, let's see. Matt continues to rub salt in the wounds about Ty's reluctance because he's like, well, now that we got Vicomon and Rosemon, guess we don't have to worry about Omegamon anymore. Isn't that what you wanted?
Oh, yeah.
Matt, let it go.
Yeah, Matt, dude. I think Ty is
those,
kind of realizing.
Those two really need to kiss by the end of this series, or I am going to be thoroughly disappointed because they're building up so much tension.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Vic
Oh, boy.
Mignogna's gonna have a lot of fun with that one.
Oh yeah, because he has a history, doesn't he, of being kind of. Yeah. Oh wait, there was something that happened in. I had the thought, and now I just lost it. Shit. Oh yeah,
Well-
now I remember now. No, they TK Kai went to go check on Ken,
Mm-hmm.
and no one was home.
And he's not there, and he's not living with his parents anymore. Apparently.
Well, no, I thought the parents were just not there either, which begged the question, where were his parents? But
And then Matt tries to check in on them with Himikawa and Nishijima.
yeah,
Himikawa barefaced lies to him and says they're okay.
clearly
Which they
they're
don't press any further for the rest of the episode.
No, and I'm gonna come back to that periodically because that pissed me off in a lot of places. But what the fuck? Nobody cares that these four are missing.
Yeah!
Well,
Nobody's
I mean,
trying to contact the Zero
I mean,
Supreme.
I don't really.
They don't care about anyone else.
No, nobody's asking about Davis. Nobody's asking about Yoli. Kari's not asking about Yoli, which, I mean, that's her fucking partner. TK's not asking about Cody, his partner.
Well, honestly, who does care about Davis?
I do. But it's just, I mean, in universe, they are still friends. So,
Presumably, yeah.
Andy, I'll put it this way. What is the point of shitting on Davis if he's not there to go at it?
yeah.
You know what? You raise a valid point.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and there's also a little Takari moment for Chris, because
Yep.
I know he was a fan. Actually, there were a couple. Man, they really kind of go all out with those moments in all three parts. So
It's
far.
like they really want that O2 ending to be non-canon.
Yeah, and yet, I still can't figure out if they're gonna go with the Tysaur or the Matsaur. I still can't decide what they're doing with that.
Well, I mean, I think that the thing that happens at the end that we'll get to raises a lot of questions about continuity.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, it does.
Yes, it does. We'll get there later.
We'll get to that.
Oh, good, yeah.
What's the first real big thing that happens then? Is that
Patamon shows the infection.
Yeah,
Yeah,
is that or do
Patamon-
they trace the origin of the infection?
That's not
or is
till
that
later. That's
They,
way later.
they don't figure out the origin until later.
Till way later, near the end.
But
no, Patamon starts showing signs of the infection, and
Yeah.
in one of the
creepiest.
creepiest, most disturbing scenes. And I
Turns
mean, that's
into a
saying
fucking
coming off
vampire.
the heels of the Moimon and Archaemon massacre is saying a lot. Because like Patamon bites TK.
With them
Like,
vampire
He
fangs.
keeps wanting to bite TK.
Yeah, he's feral to like the umpteenth degree. And it was just because it's Patamon, this cute little orange fluff ball. And it's like who you've seen die and come back to life like Jesus resurrected.
Well, it could have been worse. The Tokomon form could have been doing the biting, and that would have been a lot more.
Dude,
teeth.
Tokomon's
those
Tokomon's dentures, holy shit. But it's just, I don't know how he kept that from everybody else in that crowded, cramped room. Somehow he did, because nobody else notices that he's bleeding from the arm.
Nobody
Well, it's
cares.
just Joe in the room.
Well, yeah, but Joe doesn't. I mean, Joe's a doctor. He probably could have noticed.
True.
Like,
That's why he's not doing so well on his exams.
and you said that everybody's preoccupied with other stuff. Excuse one thing. Was this after or before when Izzy talked about how the infection is like discernible in the code?
yeah.
Because
Maybe.
I'm not sure.
so let's assume it was after. Basically, there's this scene where Izzy points out that there are twos in the binary, and there just shouldn't be twos in the binary.
Yeah.
That comes up a little later.
So like when that
comes
has
up a
been
little
there
later.
from like the first episode of Tri.
Yes,
I remember tweeting out like a screenshot that has some twos in there. I made a Futurama reference in a tweet where I'm like, just it was awful, ones and zeros everywhere, and I think I saw a 2. It's okay, Bender. There's no such thing as 2.
But yeah, after that scene, after the finished, I just went back to watch the like first evolutions. I was like, yep, they're fucked from the start.
Yeah. But then it just gets even worse because he takes Patamon home, and Patamon knows something's wrong.
Of course, he knows.
Oh wait, there's one scene earlier that gave me a bit of a laugh. It's when they're at the meeting. Nishijima goes up to Mako's dad, and he's like, "Look, Mako seems to be in a very bad pace. I'll talk to her when I get home." Next scene, Mako comes by. Look, I'm not going to be home for a while.
Yeah,
Mako has the worst father.
Yeah, I get the feeling
it's all his fault, and he's being a dick about it.
Yeah, I get the feeling he's kind of an asshole.
Yeah, Mako's mom is fine though.
And she doesn't have the dead mom hairstyle, so she might survive.
Well, given how it ends, I think it's safe to say she'll be fine. But
She already is.
Yeah. But yeah, Patamon looks up at TK with that big dopey fucking grin on his face. He goes like, "I'm infected, aren't I?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "You're," and it's like, if I get hostile, finish me off. And I'm like, Jesus Christ!
Yes,
what the
my
fuck?
God! It's like he's like fate accepted again.
Like
he keeps doing this,
but he says it with that smile on his face.
He's died before, of course he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, this episode really does everything it can to break your heart.
Oh my
multiple
God.
times.
Yeah, it really does. But it's still heartbreaking. Like TK is trying so hard to keep it together through this entire movie.
Yeah, and then Patamon's like, "I don't want to make anyone sad. You're too fucking late for that."
Yeah, I know. Like I'm sitting there, I'm like TK, my son, you were trying so hard. Just tell them what's happening.
Like, yeah, that thing though. No, if like, I understand that Himikawa, the lady's name is Himikawa, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I always get that screwed up too. Yeah.
So basically, we already know she's evil, and that's why she isn't telling anything to anybody.
Well, I mean, probably, but
she's a
it's
fucking
still
cunt.
kind of hard to say.
fight me. She did the evil grin in the previous try, and
She did it now.
Yeah. So basically, we know she's evil, and that's why she's withholding information. But guys, you need to talk about this stuff. You need to have more information so you can work with it, so you can actually do shit.
Yeah, this isn't Code Geass. Talk to people. Things will work out.
Oh, dear. And
did we just go through it? Did you just spend an entire movie, 2 movies, like how people aren't communicating with each other? Like, why is communication such a big deal this time around? Just talk to each other.
But yes, because oh god, if they told Izzy that Patamon's infected, what would be Izzy's reaction? Izzy's reaction would be probably immediately, "Oh, I have a specimen to study now. I can counteract this probably."
Knowing Izzy, he probably could have done something.
Specimen to study. Great tact, Izzy. Great fucking tact.
But he probably could have found something from the data.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Because it's Izzy and he's Superman.
Well, then again, at the same time, he could have looked at any Digimon at this point.
Yeah, except they're not coming through.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was like this was a really great choice to use TK for this sort of story arc, because I mean, this is he's the person who would be hit by this the hardest, because throughout pretty much the entire series,
Patamon kept dying.
Yeah, he's been the most... Well, okay, Patamon died once.
Okay, sorry.
But it's something that has affected him throughout the series. So of course he's going to feel it this time. Of course he's going to do whatever it can to keep Patamon from not dying.
Yeah, he's the person more than anyone else who has experienced loss and who has experienced just how painful that is, and who, is... Of course he'd be concerned about it. It feels so very in character with him to be a dumbass over this, just because he's freaking out about it.
We've already seen him become irrational when it comes to losing Patamon.
Yeah,
and the powers of darkness. Jesus Christ,
that too. Yeah.
Why do you hate the powers of darkness so much, TK?
Gee, let me think about it.
And then he punches a dude.
Yeah. Then he punches
I'm attacking the darkness.
Oh dear, that's an old meme.
TK was an edgelord. So naturally, infection starts showing up in the other Digimon as well.
But as already stated, it's probably been there already, if dormant before.
Right. Now it's starting to appear. Now it's starting to show signs. Like the eyes are flashing and shit.
And then Kari's Jesus powers kind of come into play.
Jesus Kari returns!
Fucking Jesus Kari.
Jesus Kari!
She gets possessed by a god again. God.
Now, at first, I thought this was the demiurge that they mentioned in the first episode, but it turns out it's something called homeostasis.
I just thought it was the same one who possessed her the last time. Or the last 10,000 times.
It is. It's just given an actual name in the main thing before. The name homeostasis has been given for that in supplementary materials in the past.
Oh, really?
I was not aware.
Okay, cool. I was not aware of that.
Homeostasis is its name, though, and that is what possessed her in the past.
But isn't that a science term, though? I mean, it's been a long time since I paid any science attention, but isn't that like a term used in science for something?
It is. Science is not my forte, though.
Yeah, I know.
I'm pretty sure homeostasis, well, it's, based off of homo, which is the same, and stasis, meaning, I think...
Homeostasis, noun, the tendency towards a relatively stable equilibrium between interdependent elements, especially as maintained by physiological processes.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Homeostasis would be, taken from homo, which is same, and stasis, which
we don't have any of that homo talk here.
Oh, bullshit. Bullshit, we got
God damn it.
Also, we had a little bit of Mimi and Mako at one point.
I shipped that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to ship it, but I also want to ship Izzy and Mimi.
Well, they don't have a very good episode this time around.
Andy,
No.
you need
What?
to leave the headspace that ships are exclusive from each other. Let them be happily polyamorous.
Yeah, sure. I'll go with that.
Yeah.
I mean, if Time Out and Sora want to have a three-way, I'm not going to argue it.
No, fuck Matt. Fuck Matt. Matt needs to die alone in a ditch with drugs coursing through his system.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's where I was going to bring it back to. Yeah.
How old are they? Like
at this point, they got to be in like late teens.
Yeah.
Still too young. I'm like, I can't go like, I would fuck Matt because, dude, I'm 30. Oh.
Are you really?
Hey, not in Japan. Japan age of consent's 13. You're good.
Wait. Are you really 30?
Yeah, I am.
Oh shit!
Are you older than any of us?
I think you're older. Than everyone.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow. We are learning things today.
How have we known you this long?
I was always older than any of you.
I think
I guess we just never had. Wow.
Yeah.
Like
damn.
The only person, the only people in the Slenderverse that I think are older than me would be like Zero and Kid.
Zero would be the one I would look at.
Oh wow!
Oh, no,
Welcome.
Nitwolf is 34.
Who?
Nitwolf.
I'm not familiar with him.
Nipple?
After our time.
She's part of the
her.
Slenderverse.
I
talk to her on the regular.
Not one that I met.
Wow, we've gotten so far off track.
Yeah, sorry. Anyway,
welcome to the Digicast. We're just four dudes who are good friends and don't know how old any of us are. Let's see here. Where were we?
Basically, homeostasis is saying
homeostasis.
that Digimon are going to fuck up both worlds unless a great sacrifice is made, which Himikawa, being the eavesdropper she is, I guess, thinks that next time Megamon shows up, homeostasis could trigger a reboot of the digital world. Just hard reset it.
Now, question. Do you think homeostasis is what sent that email to Izzy in the previous episode? The ones talking about, like, going beyond the darkness or whatever.
That sounded too... I don't know, because that was such a sinister message. And, like, there's nothing really sinister about this being that we've seen. So I want to say it was maybe it was the villain who sent that?
Well, I don't think it's sinister. I think homeostasis by its nature is
neutral,
not good or evil. It's,
it's very possible. I'm only basing that because when we get the message later this episode, it's very obviously benevolent.
It's also not the modus operandi that we got. Like, emails, cryptic emails are Digimon villain modus operandi. So
yeah,
I do like that homeostasis picks the least intelligent characters to deliver her exposition to.
Yeah, but also actually taking it back to that, I like that the Digimon actually had like a group meeting by themselves without the others. Because you never see that. You never see that before, at least not with the original group.
Yeah, it's
like this. Like this was them talking amongst themselves on what they're gonna do.
And you got that a lot in Tamers, I think, was when that was really big. But in Adventure, like any sort of dynamics the Digimon themselves had were with their partners rather than with
themselves,
each other,
which is really cool. It was I really appreciated that Tri really is trying to bring out the character in everyone this time around.
And I mean, they don't necessarily have the greatest chemistry. Like, they don't have really unique dynamics between them that much, but it's good to at least let them shine.
It's a bunch of children trying to make a plan.
Exactly. Like their dynamics that for the most part they're all pretty much on the same page, and they're just like they at least know how to work together.
And Patamon drops the "if I turn into a monster, kill me" again.
Yeah.
Only less cheerfully this time.
Yeah, no.
Well, I mean, their personalities, I do think, shown through a little bit
also,
better.
I think,
Like you get that scene earlier on when
yeah.
Tentamon's counting out the snacks or whatnot, and he's like, "Oh, I guess we don't need this many since Mikamon's not here."
Yeah,
And that says a lot about his character.
Well, that's also something we've seen a lot, is that Tenemon's kind of an aloof character.
Yeah,
like that's always been well documented. But going back to what Maddie was saying, like Patamon was not smiling when he said it the second time. I think it's just because he was trying to be strong for TK, and he doesn't necessarily have to be strong like that around the other Digimon.
Yeah,
like that's the impression that I got from that, because Patamon also knows that TK kind of got fucked up by him dying before. So.
All right, so what's the next? I think like the next big thing is where you see Izzy figuring out what exactly the source of the infection is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, also the airport thing.
The airport thing.
The malfunctions.
The malfunction, the message, the hologram. What I assume was the digital world showing up.
Oh. Right,
that was weird.
And the part where everyone's spending time with their
Oh god!
Like this was the part that I was. This was the part that I was drunkest for, and it was actually it numbed the pain a little bit, but it was still heartbreaking.
I mean, I couldn't get drunk because it was noon, and like
it would have been get drunk and. In the middle of the day. What I was going to say is that throughout this entire sequence, I was like, "Why is nobody noticing that the their partners are worried by something like terribly? Like, why aren't you asking these questions immediately? Like, Carrie noticed. What?
Tai does.
Tai does after a moment, because if Agumon doesn't, like Agumon.
Agumon's a terrible liar.
What?
Agumon's a terrible liar.
Yes, and so is Tai.
Yeah.
But Carrie notices, but like after a while, but like Joe
Tari notices a bit, but goes along with it. Matt recognizes it, but kind of goes with it. Sora doesn't really recognize it. Mimi is Mimi,
and Gomamon is a good liar.
Yeah.
Is she real?
I do want to talk about that scene, because number one, that ending was brilliant. Like, is she a real person? Long pause. Watch your mouth. I love that.
Yeah.
But number two is just like Joe and Gomamon just patched things up, and now already he's on his way back out.
And also, Joe was kind of. Like the entire thing Joe was saying was like several levels of awkward. Like, you're my partner and she's my partner, so my partners should know each other. And I'm like, those are completely different meanings of the word, child. Please stop. You're being awkward. I'm feeling second kind of embarrassment, and I've done worse.
I mean, I ship Gomamon and Joe's girlfriend.
Why?
Because he's shipper trash.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I was, but Jesus.
I don't really, though. Mostly because I'm still a little skeptical at this point as to whether or not Joe's girlfriend actually exists, because we haven't actually seen her.
And I don't think we're going to.
Yeah, she does exist. I keep telling you, it's the guy from the bicycle in the...
It's from the movie, yeah.
In the fourth movie.
No, she's just following him around after he wrecked her bicycle, attempting to get him to pay her back, and he has mistaken that for a relationship. It's Pokemon all over again.
I was about to say it, but actually, wait, what was I gonna say? Going back, right, the scene in TK's how when Matt shows up. TK was just like, so do you have another fight with Tai? No. With Sora? Why would I fight with Sora? let's see,
Izzy?
Izzy. It's like, why
Is
do
it
you assume I fought with somebody? And I was just
Because you're mad, goddammit!
I was like, why do you say I'm sitting there like, Matt, buddy, I think we need to have a talk. I don't know if
I was
you're...
like how even Gabumon calls him out on it. No,
Yeah.
that's pretty you.
Yeah, it's just like, Matt, I don't know if you're aware of this, but you're kind of an asshole sometimes.
He's very combative.
I mean, when he's not fighting with someone else, he's fighting with his inner demons.
Pretty much.
Oh, he's on edge, you mean?
Yeah, he is on edge. Like edge of the edge
God
of the world
damn it.
or something. There's
Yeah, what the fuck was
Edge
it?
of ramen!
there. I think there's some Edge of Knife. Wasn't that one of his band's names?
I think
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Knife of Edge. No, wait, was it Knife? Wait, wasn't it Knife of Day?
Knife of
It was
Day.
Knife of Day originally, and then they changed it again in part 2.
It had Knife in there somewhere. I think.
Something on the edge. I don't fucking know. Who cares?
Or Edge, yeah.
All I know is Matt plays a really bitchin' bass solo later on.
And only knows 2 harmonica songs.
Yeah, but I
Like,
mean,
really,
Gabumon for whatever reason loves it. So
yeah, but he starts playing it, and like, of course, it's logical that he plays the song that he used to play for them when he was little and they had their first adventure. But I'm like, dude, haven't you learned any other songs across the years?
yeah, just
I think
not
that's-
on the harmonica.
I think that's his character song.
Yeah,
It is. And then he later plays the thing that always played when they were in the fucking desert.
Yeah. All right. Well,
was there anything I missed?
that whole part was just really sad and heartbreaking.
Yeah, because it's like a last day kind of thing. You know, like you see it in shows all the time. It's like you have 24 hours to live. How are you going to spend it?
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, but like unlike those other shows where like it sucked because you didn't care. Here you care.
Yeah, it was. Oh god, it was just so heart wrenching.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we talked about TK's sort of story arc in here. Let's talk some about Izzy's story arc, because that's the other really big one in here.
Well, Izzy's story arc is that he's not sleeping.
Yeah.
But also like Izzy is showing that he feels useless because he can't figure it out.
Yeah.
Which we've always kind of gotten hints of that, but it's very obvious this time around.
Yeah. Izzy's is a really weird arc because it's one that, I mean, it's a good arc and it fits in with his character.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's not one of character growth that much necessarily.
No.
He's still, like, Izzy's a pretty static character. And not that that's a bad thing. Static characters can be good, and I think Izzy is an example of a good one. But, like, you have, part 1, you've got Matt and Ty having issues with each other. You've got all that wistfulness that is going on. In part 2, you've got Joe and Mimi both struggling with these internal issues about how they realize that they need to change, but they also want to stay true to themselves. Izzy, his arc is basically just his actions. And they're the same sorts of actions that he's always taken. He's overworking himself. He is, very much hung up on needing to know and needing to find the answer, because that's just who he is, and that's part of him that's not going to change, and something that maybe doesn't really need to change.
Yeah, but he didn't used to. He didn't used to.
Sorry, I'll go quick. I think if they wanted to do an arc about his character growth, they would have focused on the fact that he has a tendency to kind of zone out and ignore people and get too focused in his work and not really pay attention to what's going around him. But this is something that nobody really begrudges him for in this thing. It's like, okay, yeah, this is something he needs to do. Let's give him that space to do that.
Yeah,
okay,
well, I think at this point they've just kind of given up trying.
But he didn't used to overexert himself that much, and he he's basically hurting himself. He's basically hurting himself in the attempt to help, and like that's like for one thing, like it's that he's actually doing actual damage to himself, and for another, it's like Joe does mention this doesn't help. This makes him less productive. This overexertion makes him less effective.
Right.
Yeah, and I think it is a very good story arc still. It's compelling. It's just that it's one that's tied to the plot rather than tied to really personal growth necessarily.
I mean, I feel like they want to.
And then he starts channeling me with his thoughts of it, with his self inadequacy a bit, and I'm like, please, I've already been crying over one anime character being me this season. Please, Izzy, stop now.
Yeah. No, I feel like if they wanted to go over the whole him overwork himself and ignoring the world, I think that would be like another Izzy Mimi storyline, because that was a whole big thing when they were in that temple.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're gonna revisit that, they probably do that. Yeah, but another big thing of that is just Tenemon's admiration for him.
Yeah.
Because, like, the Tenemon has kind of brought this up a few times, how he admires, like, Izzy's curiosity and the way he just keeps going. And
yeah, Izzy and Tenemon are kind of really different partners as well. You've got a lot of them that are basically just extensions of the partners, but like you've got Gomamon and Joe, and that's one thing. But I think Tentamon and Izzy is another one where, I mean, Tenemon's kind of a rube. He's got he speaks in what is it, Kansai Ben, like a sort of the more rural accent.
Yeah. Yes.
So it's like that's to show that he's kind of a rube. He's a little dumb. He doesn't always get Izzy, but
yeah,
he's there for him and is able to help him and understand him.
Right. Which I think it's just kind of what Izzy needs, really. Like, not someone who's gonna try, like, not even try to like necessarily change him, but like just like
support
understands
him.
and accepts. Yeah, exactly.
Like Izzy's character arc, like I said, it ties directly into the plot. So let's get back to that. He finds out the origin of this infection, and that's that it started when Mei and Mekumon came to Tokyo.
Which, I mean, I could have told you that 2 movies ago.
Yeah.
It was kind of obvious.
Yeah, but they're not watching the movie.
No, they're not. They're living it. But yeah, I mean, I think it was just kind of obvious from the get-go that Mekumon was kind of the catalyst for this whole thing. But it's still kind of like,
Speaking of, Mekumon decides to show up again.
And holy shit, does he show up?
She.
Is it she? I've heard both.
At this point,
Look, she gets tits when she digivolves. Trust me.
That's true.
I think it's a she.
Yeah.
She does have those furry boobs.
Yes.
But unlike with Ranamon, you're not gonna want to.
Yeah, Mekumon. Surprisingly, she did not digivolve when she killed Leomon.
Some people are into the more wild girls.
And is there something you want to tell us?
What threw me off was that apparently Mekumon just got like a corrupted change or something, because she didn't actually digivolve then.
Well, no, I think she did.
No, because I looked up that new form Maycrackmon. That's her ultimate.
Wait. Is she called what?
Maycrackmon.
Maycrackmon.
Oh, she's on crack now. That explains a lot.
This explains so much.
The tools are crack.
What the fuck? I found that way funnier than I should have.
Especially since it's probably referring the like in IT term, cracking.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
See, and here I thought that was the like when she changed forms, that was a Digivolution, so that by the end here she was like at Mega level.
I thought so too, but apparently not.
Apparently, she's just an ultimate who can take on like 7 ultimates and also a Mega.
And infect
7
them.
champions.
And infect them.
Don't they all go to ultimate?
Nope.
No. Just Greymon and Kabuterimon.
Right. I thought they started going.
No, wait.
to,
Also,
and
Angelmon
Yeah. Who, by the way,
has the most booptastic evolution.
I think a whole new generation of watchers went through puberty this time around.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but watching, I went through second puberty.
You would.
Or maybe it is the Mega. I don't know anymore.
But yeah, so Izzy finds a way to save them from the reboot.
Yeah, I mean, it won't kill the Digimon, but it will erase their memories. Did we establish that? I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reboot will, supposedly cure the infection, wipe the Digiworld clean, but Digimon will forget everything that happened.
And he can, but the thing that Izzy has planned is he has like he's going to save a backup copy of them
using the cube, using the cube from Cube.
I have that's the cosmic cube from like the Marvel comics. But one thing I was when they explained what the reboot is going to do, one thing that went through my mind was like, so are you rebooting the villains to their starting positions too? So
that's what I was asking too.
Yeah,
doesn't that make everybody fucked already?
Well, the new poster,
especially since the next movie poster has Machine Dramon.
Machine Dramon, yeah.
Yeah, God
oh,
damn it.
does it? That's neat.
Yeah. Has Machine Dramon right up front. So the Dark Masters may be getting some screen time next time around.
And
wow.
Devimon?
Maybe Machine Dramon will actually get more screen time this time around.
Yeah, maybe.
And actually be a more threat.
So they might bring back Myotismon.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, fuck.
I'll get to that. Let's save that for the end, please.
Well, here's what I'm about. My first thought when we went through reboot is like, didn't we already reboot this world once? Like after the whole Apocalypse incident? Did they have to reboot to kind of save? Like they had to reconstruct it.
I think that's different from a reboot. It's like
this is a hard reset. That's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like sort of
getting back to factory settings.
Clearing violence. Yeah, it's resetting it to factory settings.
So that means we could be seeing more Black Gears showing up. That means Edamon's Dark Network could be thrown on a server some more.
Let's save speculation for
a
little later.
Yeah. So they're all fighting. They're all getting infected. It's not a good time.
No.
Especially when Angemon, the strongest of the champions, gets it first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And one by one, they all go down.
And even Metal Greymon's hair gets infected.
God damn it.
Well,
God damn it.
You're not wrong.
I will never let that go.
Oh, God damn it. But the only one who doesn't go is Tennomon.
Yeah, I think that's because Tennomon's just busy with Izzy.
Did you do that on purpose?
I'm a poet, and I was not even aware of this fact until now.
Oh my god. Yeah, so I mean, because we did see Tennomon was getting infected.
Yeah.
And we see the twos in the evolution.
Yeah. But no, Tennomon keeps it together, becomes Kabuterimon, becomes Mega Kabuterimon, one of my favorite ultimates, and then he goes Mega.
Hercules Caputerimon!
Now, I said this earlier when off call, but everyone always had that mega they looking forward to. I think someone in here was really looking forward to Rosemon. I know some people were really looking forward to Vikemon. Hercules Kabuterimon was always the one that I was waiting for. Because Tenomon was always my favorite, and I saw Hercules Kabuterimon's card years ago, and I'm like, someday I hope we get to see that. And so that was always my mega. That was always the one that I really, really wanted to see. And you got to see it, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, it was bittersweet for me because I'm like, I've wanted this for so long, but not like this. Not like this.
I mean, it was tragic, but it was still awesome.
Yeah, I mean, Hercules Kabuterimon was, well, I'd say it was worth the wait, but it was a bit anticlimactic because he didn't really get to do much. But
I mean, it was pretty cool how he strong-armed, like,
everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah. So yeah, he's still awesome, and I'm glad that 15 years of wait finally got answered.
Mm-hmm.
But and then there's a weird thing.
Let's be honest, Tom. Let's be honest. We are going to have a big fight in the end of Tri where we get to see all the megas.
Oh, no doubt.
Oh,
no
damn well
doubt.
Better.
No doubt we will.
Oh, you said that, and I'm at half chub now. Oh man.
What do you mean half?
Look, it's working. I'm working my way up to full mast pretty quickly.
No. They have to. They absolutely have to. There's no way they can't. Thanks, man. Now I completely lost my train of thought of what I was going to say. I remember because the first Metal Greymon becomes War Greymon at some point.
Yeah, during the fight, like he doesn't bother. And I like one because with the Antentamon going Mega is like because he gets beaten down back to his child form, Rookie.
Yeah.
So and then he just decides to go back into the fight and skips a phase. He gets like straight from Tentamon to Mega Kabuterimon and then to Hercules Kabuterimon. Like was the ultimate even necessary at this point? He could have just walked.
But then, but I mean, that's the whole thing with Mega. You gotta try every form first, and then go for the overkill.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, they can't get him to the cube in time.
No, that was kind of shocking because it was this big climactic moment. It's like he's doing it, he's gonna do it, but like you can see it coming. There's not gonna be enough time.
No. And the distortion closes, they're all in it, and the reboot happens. And I sat there just devastated.
And my housemate and we were like, wait, there's one more episode of this.
Yeah.
Isn't this the ending of this bit, though?
Yeah.
But it was kind of obvious where they were going with the next episode.
Of course.
They had to set off to the digital world.
So, and then there's the whole first half where they're just trying to get back into the swing of things,
and it isn't working.
And you got Himikawa talking like I guess they're just gonna have to get over it. And I'm just like, listen here, you fucking cunt.
She's evil. Of course, she's going to say that she's evil.
You ruthless bitch. Don't make me come in there. Oh, God. It's amazing how quickly she managed to piss me off.
Every time Himikawa does her little evil grin thing, there's an egg in Primary Village that will never hatch.
Didn't you tweet this earlier?
Hush.
I didn't see any of your guys' Tri tweets because I miraculously managed to stay completely unspoiled till I finally got to watch Tri.
The only thing that Andy spoiled for me on Twitter was the vampire Patamon moment, and that was when I was like, I'm off Twitter until I see this.
Yeah.
I'm a vampire!
Oh God, somebody needs to sing that with Patamon.
Well, that's what I was referencing in that tweet.
Yeah.
I know, because I saw the screenshot,
Oh, yeah.
and like turned off Twitter.
Personally, what I want to see more is that that thing synced with the part in Phantom Blood when Dio puts on the mask and becomes a vampire.
I know, God,
But it
that's
was,
even better.
but anyway, going back.
Yes, going back.
There's you just see them like for a week. They're just walking around. At one point, Mimi has different hair. Not really sure what that was about.
She has a lot of hair.
She had
Because it's
bangs.
Mimi. She changes her hair on the drop of a hat.
She had bangs for like 2 seconds. It was weird. And then at one point, she went to go check on Izzy. He's just working. She just walks back out. She doesn't even try.
Yeah, that was a really sad moment.
She leaves him. Yeah,
because
she leaves him the energy tea.
I'm sorry, what?
Basically, she leaves him the oolong iced tea. Like oolong is like
right because the entire movie has been him with that fucking iced tea.
Yeah, but it's
that's
that's
what he drinks in our war game as well.
Yeah, but I think it's the most caffeinated thing outside of energy drinks that you can get in Japan.
But it's the whole montage is just breaking because you feel the group just fracturing. Mm-hmm. Like it's the point where like they're not talking to each other, they're just going about their lives, and you get like, no, guys, you can't let this be the end of you as well.
Yeah, especially Izzy especially gets into that groove. He's the big driving force with that, surprisingly.
Yeah. Well, again, Izzy's kind of one of the focuses for this movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
So, but it's just you see that it's just heartbreaking to see like the kids just breaking away. It's like no, you need to come together right now. You need to help each other through this, and everyone's just giving each other space. And it's just like, oh no, this is going to be the end. And then you got Himikawa voicing over it. Which, by the way, I'm really glad I can remember which one's Himikawa, which one's Nishikawa now. Nishijima. Fuck.
Don't worry, that's the mistake I made last time.
Oh god, I keep those. Can we just name them something I'll remember? God
Frank
damn
and
it.
Stephanie.
Yeah. Wait, who and Stephanie?
Either one.
No. What was the first name? I missed the first name.
Oh, Frank and Stephanie.
Oh, it was Frank. Okay. Yeah. Actually, I think that's just what I'll call them now. Frank and Stephanie. Sure. Yeah. Well, isn't Stephanie the little bitch from Full House? So that's perfect.
But that is
how rude.
So wait, is Himikawa like the Albert Wesker of this series?
Nah, she wishes she was that cool. She's Resident Evil 5 Wesker.
Total global saturation.
Oh, I wouldn't even say that, because he did have that awesome line, the 7 minutes. 7 minutes is all I can spare to play with you.
Yeah, I hate that game with an unbridled passion, so I couldn't get any enjoyment out of it.
I love the shit out of that line, though.
Yeah, I just hate what they did with Wesker.
I mean,
anyway, what they did. Digicast, where we talk about the Resident Evil villain.
Yeah. No,
that was all over my head.
But Himiko is not that cool. She's just a bitch.
So anyway,
she's not Chef Alamo. She's the Excella Gione of this show.
So is it Izzy who's the one who sort of sparks the thing to get back together?
Yeah, because Ty's the one's like, if we wait for someday, we're going to be adults. We need to do this now.
I remember they all meet outside this building, and my first thought was, oh, shit, are they going to go talk to Wizardmon? What's happened with Wizardmon now?
He's still dead.
Yeah, still dead. # still dead.
Yeah, I guess technically he would still be dead if he's stuck in the real world, wouldn't he?
But I think, no, they're going to go to we're going back to Digiworld.
Yeah, to nobody's surprise.
I'm going to Digiworld.
To nobody's surprise, but
except for Mako.
Yep, they were trying to get her to come with.
And I honestly thought she was going to show up at the last minute and just go with them.
No,
I mean she does deliver it hard to. I could phrase that better. She does.
She does try to go after them, but they've already left.
Well, no, when she's talking to TK, she's like, "Oh, quit being nice to me. You know it's all my fault."
Yeah.
Can she get back though? That's the other question. Is it possible that she got back? Because later we saw Himikawa made it there.
Well, Himikawa also had the D3, which, by the way, was that Ken's D3?
That looks like Ken's D3.
Because I was going to make a tweet about that, but now I remember, did they show her with Ken's D3 before? No, I don't think they did. So I was gonna make a tweet. Like, is
that
that
looks like-
D3? Why the
looks
fuck
like-
do you have? Yeah, it looks like the D3 and the D terminal.
Yeah.
Although then again, for some reason, the original game got D3s. That was never explained, but they did.
Wait, what?
Or no, not D3s, D terminals. Sorry.
Oh yeah, but that was the original series.
Yeah, again, for some reason they got those.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Listen, I don't even remember where the cast of 02 got the terminals in 02. Did they just appear with the D3 transformations or something?
Well, yeah, they showed it when Davis
I think
got
so,
his.
yeah.
They showed when Davis
Yeah.
got his. Yeah.
Okay.
They just
by
never
the-
showed
by
how the
the way-
01 cast got it.
By the way, the Digiworld got reset. What happened to Davis and the others? Did they get rebooted too?
That's
No.
what I'm wondering.
No, because like the Himekawa Nishijima said, all the other Digidestined have disappeared.
No,
Just them.
just the 4.
No, they mentioned
Davis. Listen,
mentioned-
Davis, Davis, Yoli, Cody, and Ken are in the digital world when it rebooted.
Are you sure about that?
No, but
Are
I'm
you
sure,
sure
I'm
about
sure,
that?
I'm sure.
They have.
Guys,
I don't
guys.
know. Okay, hush, everyone.
Okay.
One, it's just those 4 missing because it showed on the screen the locations of everyone except
Those 4.
4, which
They
were
were
listed
listed-
as unknown.
Yes.
I get where Andy's coming from. Are you sure they're in the digital world? Because we have established there are multiple other worlds, and there's that area where Meikumon was fighting that, I guess the description called the spatial abyss.
Oh, that's a cool name.
I mean, when we
Yeah,
see them,
I like
when we
that.
see them get, BTFO at the beginning of the first movie, it
look
doesn't
like they're in the
explicitly show where they are.
I mean, it
Yeah.
kind of just looked like the one of the canyon areas in the digital world where they were a lot in 02. But I mean,
There were
that's
a lot of canyons in 02.
there were.
Yeah, they were. There were. They could be like they could be being held somewhere in the real world just as fine.
You think so? That'd be interesting.
They
It's like
could
they
be.
were on Earth. They
they-
were on Earth the whole time.
They could be
we-
dead. They
we-
could be flat out
They-
dead yet.
It could be.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is. But like since, but my point is, Himekawa is obviously a villain here.
Yes.
The Digimon Emperor.
Hold up. Well, we'll hold off on that for a little bit.
Wait, no, but
Yeah.
the Digimon Emperor is also a villain here, and the Digimon Emperor was using the strongest, most powerful Digimon against them, Imperial Digimon, which
Yeah.
I guess means that the villains are utilizing somehow the powers of the O2 cast.
Somehow, so they gotta be. Yeah, they gotta be keeping them somewhere.
That's why I think they might
But-
be being
but-
kept in the real world.
Which would be good, but the whole point of it is that if they were in the digital world, did they get rebooted as well?
I
And
mean,
that raises a whole, like, if they are there, if they are in the real world, great. If not, then that's going to be a hell of an explanation for their
There
parents.
are
Yeah,
so
but
many
if-
questions about the reboot that we are gonna just have to wait
Well,
on
c-
answers.
well,
for.
Wait,
Right, 'cause
if
we get to-
Davis got
Jesus
rebooted,
fucking
then
Christ.
we can. If they got rebooted, then at least Davis is still the longhead he was.
Oh my god! But
Look at me, you've gotten me shitting on Davis too.
but when we get to the digital world, we get hints that maybe I don't think the reboot worked.
I don't. Yeah, because one, the digital world looks a lot less splotchy.
Yeah, it
Well,
does.
yeah.
The-
Which
the-
answers that question we had either the first Tri podcast or the second one that hey, the digital world actually got better animation now.
But yeah, we see Alphamon fighting
Jessmon.
Hackmon's Megaform.
Which okay,
Yeah.
I have a question about that because we did talk a little bit this last Tri podcast. So Hackmon becomes Jessmon. I thought Jessmon was Alphamon's apprentice that he was going to take over for Alphamon. Wasn't that the whole story?
Yeah, I
So-
think so.
so
I
why
know
were they-
Jessmon's a royal knight.
Yeah. So
So-
why were they fighting?
Exactly. So many questions.
Because all this time was like I thought Hackmon was working for that. Wasn't that why he was scouting out their locations and stuff?
Many questions.
Yeah, and then they go. Oh, but then this happens. I love this because you hear the whistle, and it like you heard it in the real world too, and I didn't really get what it was. And then we got them like, Karilev got him on the whistle. Oh my god, that's what that is. I completely forgot about that.
Although this time we find that Tokamon snatched it from.
Yeah, we see. Yeah. Which, by the way, is this the first time the kids have seen Yaramon?
No.
No?
No,
I think it might be. It's the first
she's
time
always-
I remember seeing it.
Yeah. No,
yeah,
'cause there was
you mean the like baby form of Gatomon, right?
the
no.
in training form, yeah, but
Basically, she took on that form after the I think once after the first time she evolved into Angelomon, and after some fights, everybody just went to the.
no. She always went to Salamon.
Yeah.
She always
rookie
defaulted
form.
to Salamon because everyone went to in training. She went to rookie.
I'm pretty sure I saw that form before in Adventure.
There was a there was a
once.
flashback in the original series where they showed her,
Yeah.
but I don't think she was ever present day ever in training.
I feel like she might have. For some reason, I want to say she was when they first job rested or DNA digivolved.
I think she went. I think she defaulted to Salamon again.
We'll have to check.
We'll have to check. I think this may, if not, then I'll gladly be wrong, but this may be the first time we've ever seen Gatomon in training in present day, not flashback.
We are such experts who have every right to be podcasting about Digimon.
Why would we remember her in training form when you
true.
never fucking saw it? Like the other ones you saw regularly, but Gatomon always defaulted back to rookie because she spends all her time in champion.
Yeah, but she wouldn't. But this time she won't, because she won't have been like all this time trained under Mutismon hellish training.
Oh god, she's forgotten Wizardmon.
Oh
Fuck.
Oh
God, I'm rocking back and forth now.
I love doing this to you people.
She doesn't remember
What do you
Wizardmon.
mean, you people?
What
Us
do you mean, you
Americans? Is
people?
that what you're implying? You're racist.
Oh god.
we-
Well, now with that realization.
Oh,
So-
We'll kick
okay.
your ass just like we did in World War II. Cheerio.
Yo!
Oh god.
Wait, no, wasn't Poland on our side in World War II?
Poland got their
That's
asses
the joke.
kicked. So we end up back at the lake.
No, because actually in
Okay.
World War II, you guys came 15 minutes late with a camera and a Starbucks. And
That didn't even
everybody
work.
low-key resents you for it.
That
The
didn't
15
even
minutes
work.
late anyway.
Yeah, but when we did come, we saved the day.
So
I
we get
could
back to the
start-
lake.
I could start talking about
God
how
damn it.
that's not what happened, but do go on.
God damn it.
let's get
Let's
So-
get back to podcast. Welcome to the Digicast, where we have low-key banter about World War II.
Yeah, after we've taken
Uh.
this 15-minute discourse on whether or not we've seen an in training form of a certain
It's a
Digimon
legitimate
before.
question, goddammit! I didn't just ask that for no reason. It's a legitimate fucking question.
Anyway,
It was at least on topic.
anyway, they've all lost their memories,
Yeah, the reboot did work on them.
and
they
it's so
don't remember.
sad. It's
But we did. But Tennomon had that great lines like, "I when I find you again, I'll get to get to know you all over again."
And Izzy acts on that.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I mean, the in trainings aren't hostile to the new kids.
no, they're
I
scared of them. If
they're
anything,
scared, but they're not
Which is
hostile.
but that's kind of weird, because remember in Adventure they were hard coded to wait for them and to like kind of recognize them on sight.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh
too.
yeah, I just didn't think about that. Shit.
Also,
Which
Yeah,
could
they
just be-
re-meet
could
at
just
the
be-
old lake.
Yeah.
good job on Kawagamon for not fucking up the touching
Oh
reunion.
yeah, thank
And it
Christ
is-
for that shit.
It is a touching reunion, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
But then
Chill, Kuwagamon
But
will
then we-
probably wreck the beginning of the next one.
No, guys, I'm trying to segue
I
because
know
you know
where
who
you are.
says touching reunion, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Let me do this. We go to the cliff. We see the Digimon Emperor. We see Himikawa. He said, "Touch reunion," and then he turns into and he transforms. And surprise, it's Jedi.
And Anakin Skywalker retired.
That motherfucker.
It can be not Jedi because in 02 there was like a bunch.
That's a good point. But another good point is that Jedi may also be infected.
You know what my first thought was?
What?
Mine was like, okay, the dark seeds are a thing still, right?
Yeah,
Maybe?
I mean, maybe. Who knows?
Also,
The Dark Seeds. Yeah, they're still a thing.
yeah,
but they won't sprout as long as those kids keep true to their dreams.
fuck that. I meant more like, could that be like a dark seed altered Jedi? But the thing I said out loud in that scene was like, okay, so is Himekawa Mutismon?
I'm gonna keep saying this. I really hope they don't pull my Otismon back.
They probably are. Oh my
I
God,
don't
I'm
want
still
them
waiting.
to. I don't want them to because they've already done it twice.
But
Maybe he'll get to kill Wizardmon all over again.
No.
No, because in the
slightly
digital
less-
world now,
slightly-
Wizardmon didn't make it back.
Slightly less shitty writing thing about Miotismon. The digital world got reset, so we might get a fresh Miotismon.
I guess.
Oh man, imagine if they went to Primary Village, they ran into like his baby form or something, and Ty just like steps on him before.
Yeah, he would.
No.
Yeah, it's like, I'm stopping that shit out before it starts. Like, stop out. Devimon's egg, Myotismon's egg, the Dark Master's eggs. When he gets to Adamon's, we'll give you another chance. You and Matt can start a new band.
Oh God, yes, please.
This one's called a knife of ramen.
Let me bring up one thing.
That
They were
was-
all
that
getting
was
ready
what-
to go back to the digital world,
Yeah.
and not Braveheart, Butterfly was playing. I'm like, oh, this is hopeful, and then you remember, oh yeah, a lot of Koji's dead.
Wait, who is? Oh, the composer, right.
Singer, yeah.
So yeah, it's like I'm trying to be happy, and yeah.
Right, yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
Although I have a question, why did they choose to go back to the digital wearing the school uniforms?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Do you know how much that has to suck? Because school uniforms, for anybody who has not had to wear a uniform for school, they're not the most comfortable things in the world to go adventuring in.
The pants I had were awfully comfy.
In high school, I guess they were okay.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe the Japanese have like comfort standards for school uniforms.
Yeah, because they're required pretty much everywhere in Japan.
Yeah.
Okay, so speculation times.
There was one more thing after Jedi revealed.
Okay.
Meikumon is seen nearby and still remembers Mei.
Yeah.
Meiko.
Oh, that is a good point. Yeah.
Oh, does
So-
she remember her?
Yeah.
She
because-
says
She's saying her
Mei, yeah.
name.
I know she's still infected, isn't she?
I think.
knows?
Who knows?
Who
But
thinks?
basically, if she is, then the reboot achieved fuck all.
Except for erasing their memories.
And see, here's the real question I have. We see a flashback earlier on when Mei
Finds Meikumon.
Finds
Which
Meikumon. And she's
how
already
good is her
infected.
hearing? Wait, first of all, how good is her hearing that she could hear Meikumon all the way from her house, from the woods?
She can hear her because of destiny. Don't worry about it. So like the question I have is Meikumon infected and spreading the infection, or is she the source of the infection?
She's the source. Didn't we already establish that?
I think they established she's sort of or at least a patient zero.
She's a patient zero at least, but is she actively creating the...
Oh, she actually create. Oh, that's
Infection.
maybe not.
I wouldn't put it past like Maiko's dad being at fault here. somewhere
You,
somehow.
you think it's like some kind of scientifically genetic modified bullshit
Kinda.
thing?
But I'm
Yeah.
also with like how they mentioned that there's several other worlds. I wouldn't like be completely surprised if Mekumon was from not from like the digital world that the kids know, but like from some offshoot or like parallel version.
I mean, it's perfectly possible.
Maybe she's
Which
from the
would-
Cross Wars universe, and that is why she ruins everything.
Oh,
But what I
shots
mean,
fired.
what I mean, that would explain why there why there's twos in her code and like different base code for a world.
Yeah.
And then that somehow goes through to the regular digital world because she landed in the like the human world, so it's entirely possible that the infection started when they were like, so yeah, let's see what happens if we throw her in there, and then everything goes to shit.
Possible. Okay, now leaving the speculation time. This company, which I don't think they have a name for it. What are they?
I don't know.
Evil.
Are they though, or like Himikawa is clearly evil, but is she evil because of them or in spite of them?
No, I'm just guessing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get the. I mean, Mako's dad might just be an asshole.
Yeah, I don't get an evil vibe. I just get an asshole vibe.
And I get the feeling Nishikawa.
He's been to the Gendo Ikari school of parenting.
Yeah. And I get the feeling
Nishijima.
I get the feeling he's just trying to earn a buck.
He's just trying to help.
He's just trying to do his best. Like if there's any evil intentions in him, it's very well hidden. But no, he seems like he gives it on a shit. So okay, the Royal Knights, because they keep coming back.
The Royal Knights, one thing about the Jesmon Alphamon conflict, I'm not surprised if they're not getting along, because for some reason that's a habit for the Royal Knights to just clash with each other.
Okay.
What's all this info on the Royal Knights from again, exactly?
From Digimon mythology, I guess? I don't know.
Is that like in Cross Wars, or is that...
They started in Frontier.
Yeah, Frontier.
They showed up in X Evolution, Savers.
And Cross
Yeah, because there's a whole thing with the Royal Knights in the last arc of Frontier that I remember.
And Savers as well, the last arc there.
I never reached that far in Savers, so... but then there's a whole, like, you go on the wiki, there's a whole history knowledge thing about them, which is pretty entertaining reading, actually.
Yeah.
But where they're servants of Yggdrasil, which is basically the motherboard or the CPU of the digital world.
That's something that's interesting, because Yggdrasil in Norse mythology is the thing that connects all the different worlds.
Right. The Tree of Life, yeah.
So presumably, like these Royal Knights, the reasons they're coming back due to being tied with Yggdrasil is because, like, maybe
why do you call it Yggdrasil?
What?
Is it Yggdrasil?
I don't know. I've always
I think it's
Yggdrasil. Yggdrasil, but whatever.
Okay, whatever.
I don't speak
important.
Norse.
Whatever, not important.
Or whatever language the Norse speak.
I just remember it from Tales of Symphonia.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I remember it from too.
Anyway, like, maybe the Royal Knights are the same between all these different universes? Is that about right? Or, like, there's not necessarily multiple incarnations
I don't
know. That brings up the, when you bring that up, it also brings up the 12, the group of Digimon, I forget their official name, but they represent a bunch of Greek gods, and apparently they rule a different server of the digital world.
I'm not up to speed on that one.
And then you remember that, doesn't Dukemon belong to the Royal Knights?
Yes.
Yeah, and also Omegamon.
Omegamon, Magnamon, Alphamon, Imperial Dramon.
Imperial Dramon Paladin mode.
Yeah, because he's the founder, right?
Yeah.
Also, there's the Force Sovereign, which Digimon canon is fucking confusing.
Yeah, I
But
know.
it's also really interesting. Like once you get into it,
That's not even the whole canon. That's like just the theology part of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's
Because
it's also
Tamers
interesting.
have the diva, like deva.
The Davis.
Yeah.
The divas.
Yeah, and then there's the seraphims, and then there's the demons.
Yeah, the 7 demon lords.
Yeah, which I mean, Daemon still could possibly make an appearance.
Is Digimon one of those, or is that like
No,
No.
well, I think Dagamon digivolves into. Well, let me check something.
Yeah.
Good. To the wiki.
Okay. So no, we talked about this in part 2. I made a whole thing on this, how this could literally become an angel versus devil war, or like a god versus Satan war, because all the signs seem to put. We have the Royal Knights, and we have potential resurrection of Daemon, that kind of thing. So it could do that, because I am still really trying to figure out where the Royal Knights fit into all this, because I still don't think, whatever Jedi's arc is, I don't think the Royal Knights are with him.
Yeah.
I still think the Royal Knight. I still think whatever Alphamon's got going on, it's his own agenda. He's not, whatever Jedi's are going on, whatever Alphamon's going on, they are not coinciding with each other.
And the
Also,
question is, okay, who's on whose side? That's the real question.
Exactly, because we thought Hackmon was on Alphamon's side, but now they're fighting.
But well, the thing is too, like Nishikawa approaches Genai at the end, but
Himikawa.
yeah, Himikawa. What did I say?
Stephanie, call her fucking Stephanie. Who gives a shit?
We're
Anyway,
going 4 kids dub here.
like she approaches Genai at the end, but the question is, like, is she approaching him as a friend, or are they just like enemies? Like they're not necessarily working together. Yeah,
cool,
that's another good question.
She still has Ken's D3.
That just raises further questions.
No, but
maybe she's Arukenimon. I'm just.
Oh, that would be cool if they
I'm
came
just
back.
tossing shit around now.
I mean, like,
I know,
is
but
she
I
a
wouldn't-
Digimon? Could she be a Digimon? It's
I don't
not
know.
out of the question.
Yeah, it's.
I mean,
Okay,
it could just
Maddie,
be.
to answer your question, Dagomon does become the demon lord Leviamon.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, it could be another Oikawa situation. But I think she's doing this of
She
her own
looks
free
too
will.
healthy for an Oikawa situation.
That's
So,
true.
guys, very important question.
Yeah.
Continuity.
6 inches.
Is this the same?
I don't know.
Is
I
this
don't.
the same continuity as 02? Is
Yeah,
02 in the same continuity?
I
Is
mean-
Adventure 01 even in the same continuity?
We have to. I mean, we have the picture frames. Which
That's
again,
true.
they keep
It's
showing-
not even a matter of if 02, it's the ending of 02. Is that in the continuity?
Yeah, it would appear at this stage of the game, it would appear that at some point the timeline diverged. But-
Stuff that happens in like there are
Maybe
things that happened in 02 that are obviously still canon, but how
Right.
much of 02 is canon?
I'm willing to bet that everything up to the epilogue is canon.
Same here.
Yeah.
I think
they don't mention a lot of it.
They mention exactly nothing except
yeah,
Ken.
they've given us fuck all
Yeah,
in
okay.
terms of information.
The things we have to prove that that 02 happened are
The kid's dying.
one, yeah, the the fact
They-
that those 4 obviously still exist in some sense, or
the-
existed
the-
within that world.
The fact
At
that they
some
remember
sense.
Ken.
Yeah,
They
the
remember
Digimon
Ken and remember where he lives.
The
He's the
Digimon,
Digimon
Emperor
Emperor.
was the thing that
Yeah.
happened, and they have their
Young
D3s.
And the D3s and the young Jedi form. Because,
Yeah, and that
Right.
too now.
01 Jedi was
And
like,
the fact that there is multiple Digidestins all around the world.
Yes, and I think we saw Willis or Michael's name on that list. I don't remember, but yeah, it's really hard to figure out where in the hell we are in town. But I keep going back to that one trailer that I can never remember the exact wording of, where the wrong ending was chosen or something like that. Like they made that one line. So but again, that's all we've really had. It's really hard to figure out where the hell we are on that. But I'm still like completely wrapped around the villains thing because there are too many questions where the villains are concerned, and none of their motivations are adding up with each other.
Another important question.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll manage to somehow... Do you think they'll somehow manage to restore the Digimon's abilities or memories?
I think they...
Who knows?
I think they will.
I thought of two different scenarios. One of them they do, which seems like the happy-go-lucky hero's journey ending. Or the other scenario, they don't, and you can chalk it up as, well, that's just life. Which seems to be the theme of Tri.
I have option 3.
Yeah.
They don't, but it turns out that Hercules Caputerimon actually made it to the cube.
That would be interesting if true, but then why don't they remember it right now?
Also, but you said like their motivations don't add up. We don't have any motivations for the villains so far. Like
no, but
because we don't know who the villains are.
Yeah, no, but it's just like I don't know. Like I mean, I know they're both looking for Meikumon, but they just their methods, I guess, don't seem to add up with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like what Alphamon and Halcmon want and what Geni wants seem to be completely different. Or at least the reasoning behind them seem to be completely different.
I'm pretty sure Alphamon turns out to not be a villain in the end.
I'm betting the Royal Knights are going to be the not villains.
Yeah, I think
I'm pretty sure that
go on.
I'm pretty sure that they're like Alphamon and is like kill, Meikumon, stop infection, problem solved. Yes. That's
maybe.
Probably the thought.
But because again, they serve Yggdrasil, and that Yggdrasil is basically God,
or as they call him in the dub, Master Yig.
Wait, what?
God fucking hell, why?
Wait, where do they call him that?
Savers.
Okay. Master Yig. Jesus Christ.
Because you can't reference anything close to God, remember?
Right.
That's
God help if you do that.
Especially
on a kid's show.
No, sorry, Master Yig help you if you do that.
Especially since I think Disney owned it at that point or had the rights for it, which is
true.
That's
worse than for me. That's worse than the bit where the Tamers dub removes some of the like Lovecraftian names in terms of things like Juggernaut.
Oh, is that why they changed that stuff? That might be it.
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah. All right. Any other final thoughts?
Just okay.
Well, part 4 is going to be called Loss, which
did we get? Now,
you say?
Have we? Did they didn't show a trailer? I would imagine. No. Okay, so we're complete. So unlike before, we're complete. Unlike before, we're completely in the dark going forward now.
Yeah.
Because they showed that scene Sierra and Takaru at the end of the first movie.
Or the trailer for the second movie, yeah.
Yeah. But now we're from here on in, we're completely blind.
Again, except for the fact that apparently we're going to get Biomon's Mega and Machine in the next part.
Yeah, but like blind as to what to look forward to. Which is both a good thing and a bad thing. And we'll see what happens, I guess.
So
see you in February.
We're halfway through the story now, right?
Yeah, halfway through.
We're
halfway there.
That much more of it.
Yeah, there's going to be 6 total movies. I think that, we're finally getting into the real stuff now. We're going to start... This thing raised a lot of questions.
Hopefully we're going to get a lot of answers.
Answered. But I think moving forward...
We got like 2 questions for everything answered.
Yeah.
More or less.
It's like Lost all over again.
Yeah.
No, Digimon Tri is good.
Hey, fuck you. Lost is good.
Hey, wait, actually, wait a minute. Did you really just insult Lost, really?
Yeah, I do that.
Dude, I'm going to invade Poland all over again. You keep that shit up.
Fight me!
Exactly.
So, I guess in the future, look forward to World War III when Tom launches. Tom sparks World War III by attacking Poland. But
he has nobody to blame but himself.
But I guess next time we'll be covering Loss. And we have no idea what to look forward to at this point.
But in the meantime, part 2 of Tamers.
Yeah, before Lost, I think we're going to have part 2 of Tamers. Still don't know yet if that's ultimately going to be 2 parts or 3 parts. I've started watching more of that.
It can really go either way at this point. It depends on how far the conversation goes.
Yeah.
So either way, at the end of it, I will have a very special surprise for my co-hosts.
And I will finally go into that fucking theory that I've been teasing since literally the day we started.
So I think that this is the final episode we're going to put out before the 1-year anniversary of the Digicast, by the way.
Oh my god, we've been doing this for a year now. Holy shit. It's been a fun year, guys.
It has. Also, we are on iTunes now. Finally.
Yay!
I think this is our first podcast we'll be putting out since we got the show on iTunes, which is my fault.
I actually do periodically download episodes just to listen to them because they're so long and they knock out a huge chunk of my day.
Yeah, I think this one's actually going to be a pretty reasonable length.
I think this one's actually going to be our shortest one yet.
I think so.
Yeah, probably. On my timer at the moment, we're just past like 1:45.
Yeah, I got 145 on mine too.
So, and we've got like sections of that need to be cut out.
Oh yes, there are.
Like Chris's computer troubles or my Kingdom Hearts digressions.
Absolutely.
All right, so I guess just look forward to Digimon Tamers Part 2 coming up next. Yep. We'll see how far we get in things. It'll be February when the next one drops. So,
and we'll probably get. I mean, assuming how quickly we can get things together, we'll probably get a little bit into Frontier before that happens.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Are we covering the Tamers movies?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually I've never seen the Tamers movies, so this is gonna be fun
Neither
for me.
have I. So
okay.
Yeah.
So let's let's split Tamers into 2 parts and cover the movies at some point. During the. I think maybe we'll cover the part where they're in the digital world in one, and then the rest of it, I don't know. We'll have to see how much material there is.
That's the way I'm thinking. Well, no, actually, the last part does have a good amount of things to talk about.
Yeah, but again, the last part's only like 10 episodes.
But there's a lot that happens in those 10 episodes.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll keep you updated. All right. Where can we find all of you? Or any of you have like stuff coming up that you want to plug? Let's do our plugs now.
I'm actually kind of keeping my guest appearance on a podcast a surprise for right now, but I'll talk about it when it actually goes public.
Okay.
But you can find my review work at Six Look Productions, Twitter and Tumblr, Six Look Man. I do all my work in all those places, and yeah, I am working on RVB 12. I know it's taken a long time. I know the lynch mob's about to form outside my house. I am working on it. I just have so many other things I'm working on as well.
I don't know. I guess I sometimes say things on Twitter, and that's Maddie doing on Twitter. I've been to an international game jam recently, so I might when the games from that are like uploaded on the host site, I might link that there. So if anyone's interested.
All right, and can people still find you at your Tumblr?
Yeah, but
all right.
I don't use it as much as I used to.
Okay. All right, we can plug it anyway.
Yeah. Sure. It's still mostly porn. Or is it? I don't know. I haven't used it in a while. It's probably mostly fandoms, actually, so with only a slight bit of porn.
Sounds like a Tumblr blog.
Yeah, not mine, but yeah.
All right, Chris, anything for you?
Yes. As usual, you can find me on Twitter at The Raggedy Man. Megane Toast 2 will come whenever Andy decides to finish Kano Flag.
Yep, and that podcast will also be up on iTunes soon. I think I'm going to do that after we get the second episode out and after we get some cover art commissioned for it. As always, you can find me at the Ladybugman on Twitter and at my blog where I put pretty much all my podcasts and my very interesting writing about anime. It's good stuff.
And Zelda.
Yeah, and Zelda now, too. I'm doing a playthrough of all the Zelda games in anticipation for Breath of the Wild, and then sort of doing reflections on all of them as I get through them. So that is at Bagu BAGUBuragu.wordpress.com. So that's all we've got for this episode. So until next time, I'm Buggy.
I'm Tom.
I'm Maddie.
And I'm Chris. Fuck you, Jedi.
Yeah, fuck you, double fuck you, and fuck you, Himikawa, too.
All right, we will see you next time when we cover part 2 of Digimon Tamers.
Yeah, boy.
Woohoo! Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.
And now I ask for silence. Hey, what's up, superstars? Welcome back to the Digicast. I'm your...
Good job, asshole.
Welcome to the Digicast, where we can't even get the introductions right.
Oh, that's the blooper.
Fuck it, we're doing it live. All right, okay, silence again, please.
He's just trying to do his best. Like, if there's any evil intentions in him, it's very well hidden. But no, he seems like he gives it honest shit.
And who's clipping their fingernails?
That I'm playing with the clipper thing on my water bottle.
Okay.
And
Sorry,
you're doing
I'll
that
stop.
while you're talking, you fucking idiot.
Sorry.
I'm the one who
I'm
has to
sorry.
edit that shit.
I'm
You
sorry.
motherfucker. I am strangling my microphone right now. Can you feel my arms around your neck?
I love being on this podcast.
I'll have to make sure not to do that when I do my guest thing on the other thing. Okay. So,
You wouldn't want to give trouble to editing trouble to someone who's not Andy.
Exactly. So, all right, the company thing.
I swear, you motherfuckers make this the hardest thing I have to edit.
Jesus Christ.
Honestly, I think my computer crashing might have made things worse, too.
Yeah. So, okay, the Royal Knights.